After the cargo is received and the warehouse receipt number is input, it is assigned to an outgoing shipment file. In this example, we've assigned file number WIL 628, and it's arriving at a U.S. consolidation point called Humble Fabricating Company, which is actually the manufacturer facility. Could be there, could be a marine terminal, could be a warehouse, another NVO receiving point. Anywhere the cargo is staged for export is where this receiving point would be shown. Only cargo for that particular receiving point would be shown down here, segregated by receiving point here. It's quite easy to assign cargo, which we've already done with this particular example, but if we take something off, for instance, notice how the cube and the weight up here, which shows the running totals, diminishes, and if we add it back, it comes back to our original weight of over 90,000 pounds. The assignment of the warehouse receipt correlates to the assignment of the line items which make up the commercial invoice total of the actual items being shipped. So over here we have line item shipped, and we take this, we'll show the summary of the 3 line items that were received and what was being shipped here against that. And it also summarizes country of origin and the warehouse receipt number against each. If, for example, we remove the skid that had just the touch-up paint on it, if you recall that was this smaller skid weighing 374 pounds, and then go into the line item shipped, you're going to see only 2 line items remain here. Whereas if we go back and we add this back and then go back to the line item shipped, you'll see that that particular product and the value associated with it has been added. The top portion here, which is really the header portion, comprised mostly booking type of information here. So we have the name of the shipper, we have the vessel and the voyage and the port of loading, and there are various drop downs that assist with that. The port of unlading, you can have who you booked it with, the booking number, when the vessel's going to sail, the ETA of the vessel, the cutoff date, that sort of thing is also shown here. A nice little running totals kept of the value of the shipment itself. You can see it's over $407,000. Now that's the ex-works value before any of the add-ons of main carriage or inland, other components of the pricing to get it to the Incoterms being used. To see the commercial invoice detail, you could go into this, type in the invoice number, or excuse me, the file number, and it brings up a summary. This is sort of a commercial invoice packing list combination, in that it shows the packing list information above here, and then it lists the line items that go with those packing list information, with the cargo information. And recall that this was a delivered duty paid terms, so we showed the DDP and we show main carriage, ancillary, the various charges that came up to the total here was actually $446,000. Product information can be updated on the fly. For instance, we can go in here and we can change part number, say the Schedule B numbers, and change for some reason, or we want to use something else. We can update it here without having to go into the support table that shows the product information. So this could be very helpful. In other demos, we'll discuss the EEI, which is the export declaration, the electronic export declaration information, and we'll also talk about some of these other buttons, such as the carrier documents, the manifest, or excuse me, the letter of transmittal. All these are tied in. The delivery order are tied into this main screen, which we call the Shipment Builder. By the way, the input for the DDP terms were done in this subform. So there's a lot of auxiliary forms that are associated with this base Shipment Builder form.